Alright, in this section here in lesson 4, what I want to do is I want to go over text colors. So actually we're continuing our formatting lessons. This is section 3, I believe, in formatting. We're going to learn how to change our text colors. We're going to learn how to highlight text, and we're also going to learn how to create a text border. Let's see here, anything else that I want to do? I think that's sufficient enough for right now. We're also going to learn how to write a horizontal line, and you'll see it. And a lot of the stuff that you'll see in this, you have probably seen in web pages somewhere else. So, to get started, start from scratch again. Context, file, new, great, HTML, great. Minimize that. Open up my computer, great. Webs, all this great stuff we got here. Cool. This one's going to be entitled Lesson 4. File, save as. We're going to call this one Lesson 4. Enter. Alright. We don't really, let's see here. Okay, cool. Check this out. One thing, I want to start off by looking at text colors. Okay. One thing I want to start off with is I want to try to jump out to the web. And, again, I didn't really pre-plan these lessons. I'm just kind of doing them. So, let's go to Google, and let's see if we can find something about color mixing, and let's look for hex. And no, I don't want it to autocomplete. Mixing colors and web pages. Mixing colors. Let's see if this has anything. Okay, if you take a look at this, and again, I found this with you guys, so I didn't pre-plan this. This right here is called, this is hexadecimal code for the color green. Now, you can mix your own colors, and basically this goes over RBG, the red, blue, green, and see, this is what pure red looks like, pure yellow, and then pure green. And then the mixture of all these colors will create other colors and other shades, as you can see. This is actually, hexadecimal is, you don't really need to know this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It's an easy way to represent binary code, okay? And we'll leave it at that. So this is the binary equivalent of this color. I'm going to use very simple colors. If they're regular colors, you can actually just type the word blue in, or you can type this in. We're going to do practicing both so that you guys know how to mix your own colors. I'm going to minimize this, keep it here, and type a skeleton. Alright, and I'm going to save this one so I don't have to do this anymore. I'm going to do head, title, head, body, nice body, body, cool, and file, I'm going to just save this as start. So we can start all of our documents like this. And let me open. Ooh, forgot to save it as lesson 4. Let me copy start, open lesson 4 back up, and paste it in here. Awesome. So now we got lesson 4. Close out of this one. Lesson 4 is ready to get started. And let's open up lesson 4 and our double-clicking on the lesson 4 HTML document here. Okay, everything's good to go. Title is messing with colors. Alright, so let me go ahead and start working on this code here. I'm actually going to break this off into paragraphs again. Even though I don't really have to, I'm going to. So I'm going to open up a paragraph tag, and then inside there, what I want to do is I just want to type something. I'm going to write, this text is blue. Close my paragraph. Save it. Refresh. The text is not blue. It's black. Let's change that. Let me go right after my P for paragraph, and let me add a font tag, just like we were messing with before. And then I'm going to go to the end, and I'm going to close my font tag. Now in here, we know how to change the font face. Let's do that. Let's do face equals Arial, because one of my favorite fonts. Let me make this work with equals. Font face equals Arial, and we're going to do the size equals 4. And we can also add another thing in here called color. Color equals, and let's do blue. So this text is blue. Let's save this. Let's see what this does. Refresh. The text is blue. I changed the size and I changed the font. Awesome. Now watch this. This is the hexadecimal for blue. I'm going to double click that. It's going to highlight it. Right click it. Copy it. Open up context. And inside here, I want to type the hexadecimal digits. Now hexadecimal requires a number sign before it, because that's basically saying everything after this is hex, and then it reads that. If I do save and refresh, it's exactly the same. Okay, so I can actually type the word blue in there, or I can type the hexadecimal equivalent. For easiness, just use the actual color blue. And actually, why don't we just mess with this real quick? Let's do an A here. Let's do a 9 here. I don't know. Let's see what color this does. Save it. It's not going to be blue. Or is it? Did I save it? Let's do an F. What is this going to do? Ooh! Made it pink. So we know that this color here is a shade of pink. Alright. I'm going to actually erase that. You can find things on the internet for mixing colors. Or if you have Photoshop installed, or if you have, I believe Microsoft Paint will allow you to mix colors. We're not going to go over that. But if you wanted to customize colors as opposed to having your regular colors, this will, you can do that in those programs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this color back to equaling blue. Save it and just double up, make sure everything's good. We're back to blue. Alright. Ooh, I want to get rid of this capital. The reason we want to keep everything lowercase, because not all browsers will read it the same way. Sometimes if you have these in capital, like some browsers will freak out and not display it how you want it. So you're always safe when it comes to lowercase. Just know that. Alright, so the next one that we want to do is I want to make another one real quick. We'll do the exact same thing we just did. I'm going to copy that, take it down a couple of spaces, and paste it. We're going to do Arial. We're going to do size 5, only because we want to mess with it. We want to change the color to yellow, because we can do yellow, or pink, or blue, gray, whatever. And instead of blue, this is going to say yellow. Save it. Open it. Refresh it. Cool. We got another one. This text is yellow. It's hard to read because yellow and white don't really look well together on top of each other, but good to go. Let's move on to the next one. I want to do highlighted text, and the way that we're going to do highlighted text is as follows. And the first thing I want to do with highlighted text is, I want to make text highlighted blue with white text. Actually, no, let's do that next. Let's do something easy. We'll do highlighted yellow with black text. It would be similar as to, like, if you're a college student or whatever and you're reading a book, you highlight certain sections out of it. We want to make it look just like that. So we're going to start a P. And let's go ahead and we're going to do our font. Face equals Arial. Because we like Arial so damn much. Damn it. Arial. Size equals 3. Color is going to equal black. And we're going to close that and we're going to say, this is high, G-H-L-I-G-H-E-D, yellow with black text. And my font and my paragraph. Alright, too bad that doesn't all fit. Why don't I just take this down? Save it. Load it. It's not highlighted. Cool. We got to make sure that it is highlighted though. So there's actually going to be something that we do for that, and it's going to be done right outside the font tag here. And we're going to open this and we're going to write span, S-P-A-N, and then we're going to do a little bit kind of crazy. As a matter of fact, let me do this on its own line so it's nice and separate. I'm going to do span, which is a different kind of tag, and then we're going to choose a style, S-T-Y-L-E. And the style is going to be the background color of the text. So actually we're going to type back, K-ground, background dash color, and then we're going to do a colon, and then we're going to actually type the color. So it's going to be yellow. End quote. We're going to close that, and of course we actually have to close the span tag or else it will highlight everything. So I'm going to close it, concluding the text here, so it'll be /span. Save it, make sure it works, and then we'll go over it. See, now it's got a highlighted text. Let's go back and look at the code. We started a span tag, and the style is the background color. So again, the background color means not the background color of the document. It's going to be the background color of the actual text. Going right back in, and the background is going to be yellow. Again, we could use our hexadecimal equivalent. And let's do that just for practice. I got yellow here. Let's copy that, right click, and paste that. And erase where it says yellow. Do our pound or dollar, but pound sign, I guess is what that's called, number sign. There's yellow. Save it. There'll be no difference. Watch. Promise. Boom. Good to go. And then we put the text that we wanted and highlighted, and then we close the span. So that was pretty cool. Let's do another one for practice real quick. I'm going to just copy what I just did. Actually, I'm going to type it again. P, and then we're going to do font. We don't have to do font. Let's not even do font. Let's just have it go. Start a paragraph, end a paragraph. Cool. And then I want to do this text is highlighted. I can't spell, hopefully that's right. Blue with white text. I guess I'm going to have to do a font for this, aren't I? We'll do font, and we'll just do font color. Color equals white. And then we'll end that and that. So the font color is going to be white. And of course I want to end my font tag. Don't ever get out of the habit of that. So let me save this and just double check to make sure everything is good. We have text here, we just can't see it because it's white. If we highlight it, we can see it. But it's there, but nobody can see it. Open it back up. We want to make this a span of blue. So let's go down here. Let's do span style equals, and then we'll do background color colon blue, end quote, and end the tag. And now we got to close the tag. Let's save it. Let's check it out. Cool. Awesome. So we're moving along very, very, very well, aren't we? Now, what I want to do right now is I want to create a text border. Now, I know that you guys seen text borders on web pages before, and when I show it to you, it might make a little bit of sense. And this is kind of slowly introducing you guys to tables, but this isn't really introducing the tables, because tables is a little bit more complicated. So, let's take this down. This is actually going to be a little bit of typing, okay, for what I want to do. So just kind of bear with it and understand it. Alright, and just remember from now on you can just copy this and paste it into a document if you want to use it. So what I want to do is I want to write a text border. So I'm going to just output text that says text border. Okay, and then below this what I want to do is I want to code it. So pay attention, you guys, because we're coding it. D-I-V, basically divide. Then I got to choose the style that I want. And this is going to equal quotation. Hopefully everything's out of your way. B-O-R, border style, colon. Now here's specifications. See, we can get very specific on how we want this to look. And I'm going to make it solid. Solid, and then I'm going to separate this with a semicolon. And then border width. And then this is going to be a colon, and then I'm going to choose the border width in pixels. So I want it to be 1 pixel. Cancel. Sorry. I want it to be 1 pixel, so I'll do 1 px. Semicolon. Space. Padding. Left. And this is going to be a colon. So I want the padding on the left side of the border to be 4 pixels. 4 pixels, and we'll mess with this stuff later. And then we'll do padding. Right the same. 4px. And I'm going to go ahead and press enter and continue typing on the next line. Then this is going to be padding on the top. And of course we're going to do this, and then we're going to do 1 pixel, 1px, semicolon. One more, padding dash bottom, colon, 1px, and we're going to end the style. End this. Enter. Enter. And then we'll do a closing div. Here we go. Let's see if it works. Save. We've created a border. There is nothing in there. You can see how teeny tiny that little border is. Let's go ahead and put text inside there. So if I put some text in here, like why don't I just say, hello world. Save it. And refresh it. Hello world is now in a border. That's fat, right? That's pretty cool. So I mean, all this stuff is spec. Let's change this to 1. Let's see what happens if I mess with these. To be honest with you, I don't even know what the outcome's going to be. We'll find out. Nothing really. So that's some pretty good times. So I guess we could have and should have just done everything at 1 pixel. So let's go back. 1, 1, 1. Everything's at 1 pixel, and it looks fine. I mean, what this does is it goes all the way across the browser. So if I was sitting at a higher resolution, this would even go out further, and it segments my text. Like if I want text border, I want hello world, I want a paragraph to be inside a text box, perfect. This completely separates it. So that's some pretty good times. Let's go through one more thing in this lesson before we call it quits for the day. And what I want to do is I want to create a horizontal line. Horizontal lines, I know you've seen these on web pages. They're so easy to make. Alright, let's make one and then we'll talk about it. It's a single tag just like line break. HR. Save. Back again. We got a line break here. This is very useful. A lot of people use this to segment their code. Like if I wanted to, let's play with this. I'm going to erase it from here. And I want to put a line break in between each one of my little playful things here. So, now line break, a horizontal line. Right here, I'm going to do horizontal row, R. I think that's what the HR actually stands for. But it's for horizontal line. Let's save it. Take a look at it. So I got a line in between these two. And I'm going to just continue on my little rampage here. Copy that. Paste it. And whoops, paste it, and paste it, save it, and bring her back. We got horizontal lines in between all this. Basically, this is a really good way to segment things and block things off. We learned a pretty good deal in this lesson. I think we're ready to call it quits for the day. I know I am. Lesson 4 is done today. We learned how to change text colors as we change these text colors here. We learned how to highlight text, as we see here. This is nice and highlighted, and so is this. And we learned how to create a text border, and we also learned how to do a horizontal line. Awesome. Coded a couple of times. See you in the next one.